fight the law in Blackwater next to Javier and Charles, defeat Tommy without hitting him once, prevent the stranger to lose his horses, and hunt down the legendary bear before going to Hosea. These are only 4 out of 80 new details that I've discovered in chapter 2 so far by playing Red Dead Redemption 2 in a way that Rockstar Games didn't intend it to be played. Howdy partner, my name is Daniel, and in this video I'm gonna show you things that you probably didn't know you could do in the second chapter of Red Dead Redemption 2, alongside with some funny moments that you can accidentally create by breaking the game script without using any mods. If you haven't seen my previous video where I covered the first chapter, then I strongly recommend you to watch it. Now, enough said, get yourself something to eat and drink and let's look at 80 interesting details that you might have missed in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ladies, sing us a song.
Before driving to Valentine with Uncle and the girls, you can stay in the camp for a while and pretend like you don't know the crazy bunch in the wagon. Once you decide to finally hit the road, be careful to not hit anyone on your way out, because if you do, you'll get a mission fail screen where it says that you annoyed the camp inhabitants. Speaking of annoyance, Arthur can get tired by the girls singing and make them quiet forever. It's possible to find the spot from where the stranger with the horses starts driving, if you come close enough and trigger the script. Shooting at or next to the stranger's wagon will somehow prevent him from losing his horses. He's just going to drive through Valentine and the girls are going to pretend like you didn't help.
That fool can get his own horse.
I don't believe you're quite that cold, Mr. Morgan.
Oh, I'm colder than you realize.
You can agree to find the horse, drive away, get a dialogue where the girls criticize your decision, come back, get a positive response from Tilly,
Say, Uncle, that is a gentleman.
and get the horse.
Care's always on the right. Sure, you can pick up some bounties there, Arthur.
Heaven forbid you put your head on the line.
That's a young man's game.
Ooh, yes! We can get up to some mischief here, all right.
Just remember, keep a low profile.
Will you remember that, though, Arthur?
Probably not.
This whole dialogue can be skipped if you drive to the stables from the right side instead of the left like the game wants you to. I never noticed that Mr. Downs stands here and wants you to contribute to a good deed.
We're collecting for an orphanage in Saint Denis. Please give if you can.
Furthermore, he's also gonna stand here in free roam where you can actually talk to him.
Well, you're just full of charity, ain't you?
Oh, I'm just trying to help where I can, sir.
Or interfere.
You would have killed that man.
What I do is none of your damn business, okay?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Entering the saloon will ruin the girl's plan. I find it funny that you can walk out of the store with a new outfit and no one's going to react to it. The cutscene is also going to be slightly changed depending on who walks out of the store first. Arthur can overhear Mary Beth say that it's one of them foreman boys who's harassing Tilly if he stays behind.
That's one of them foreman boys.
Which is the first time that this gang is mentioned in game. Anthony Foreman can't be killed here, unlike Karen's attacker, who you can kill if you have your gun equipped before entering the room. Even though he will always punch the gun out of your hand, you're still able to get your knife out immediately by pressing the attack button on whatever platform you're playing on. I'm not sure if it's necessary to have your gun equipped before kicking the door in, but I feel like that's what causes you to be able to pull out the knife later, because usually the game doesn't allow you to equip any weapons in the room.
You okay?
Sure. He only punched me. Arthur punched him a lot harder.
You okay?
Sure. He only punched me. Arthur did a lot worse to him.
It's weird that the game doesn't allow you to kill Jimmy Brooks before he reaches the edge of the cliff, despite the fact that he can die right after that even if you do nothing.
I can't. Oh, shit.
Looting Jimmy Brooks' body each time will give you different items, but never the pen which he gives you in a cutscene.
Oh, I didn't know I was talking to a lady.
Your opponent will always grab you inside the saloon if you try to escape. Tommy can be defeated without being hit once. More precisely, if you only hit him when the button prompts show up, which is literally just one punch on the head. That makes his head injury way more questionable.
Reverend, get off the damn tracks!
Reverend will return to the camp alone if you shoot next to him without triggering the mission. In addition, the game is going to acknowledge that and give you the following dialogue.
Good evening, Arthur.
You recovered, Dan?
Yes, sir. Thank you. It won't happen again.
Yes, it will.
Real-life gambling skills might help you win this poker game. As you can see, I lack that expertise, which is why I had to find a clip from someone who's actually good at it.
Well, gentlemen, time to move along.
Aw, hell. You're one lucky son of a bitch, you know that?
Oh, I'm surely a son of a bitch, but lucky, I ain't so sure.
Seems like Reverend blessed the guys who he played poker with, because the gun refuses to shoot them. The witness can only be stopped or killed at this spot. Do it earlier and the law will be alerted. The train appears to be moving much slower if you're far away from Swanson, in comparison to how fast it gets once you reach him. After all that drinking and gambling, the best way to clear your head is to get out and be alone with the nature for a while. Knowing that, I put our friend on my horse and we ventured out, crossing Valentine, Rhodes, and even Saint Denis, which took a lot of energy, and I decided to take a break and sleep for a while. Finally, when we arrived at the camp, I hoped that our adventure would make Reverend Swanson see things a lot more clearly now. Yet it seems like he still has a long journey ahead of him.
That loan you took. It's payday.
Lily won't be happy if you murdered Koopa.
What have you done? Every dollar I had, I gave to him, so you could take it off of his dead body, you son of a bitch.
As it seems, she also didn't lie about having nothing on her, cause, well, she literally has nothing on her. If you kill Chick Matthews before realizing that it's him you're looking for, then you won't be able to find the treasure map on his body. The ability to loot Robble's house will be taken away if the owner dies too soon.
Knock knock, Mr. Robe.
The Downs family will disappear if you decide to visit their house right after getting the money from them. The farm will be empty and you can steal anything, even a western book for Jack.
What a country.
Mason will panic and run away if you scare him with your gun. After getting rid of the coyote, you're able to pick up the bag, then drop it, return to Mason, and Arthur's gonna act as if he still has it on him.
Well, got your bag.
Oh, good. Please come here.
Fun fact, but Mason's hat can be obtained in a totally harmless way as soon as the mission is over. However, the hint at the top left corner states that this hat cannot be stored and will be lost if left on the ground. I guess the devs wanted to avoid an awkward scene where you both appear to have the same unique hat next time you meet. Since we're halfway done with the missions, let's take a break and look at some exciting details that I found while free roaming the game. First, the game doesn't consider Arthur killing side quest characters as a canon event, and thus every single one of them will be resurrected at one point or another. The serial killer's hideout can now be opened before finding all the clues. Shooting the targets before accepting the challenge will really piss the guy off.
I have my eye out for you.
Hamish's house is always open for you to loot, as well as the Murphy hideout where you can also save a guy from being killed. Sadly though, there won't be anything worth taking, except this expensive looking chair. Infiltrating the oil factory is a waste of time, since the precious bonds that you find later in chapter 6 with Dutch haven't been delivered yet. It's weird that you can get honor for helping Uncle, even by sending someone up in the sky. At the same time, you won't lose any if you kill the father with his sons while they defend themselves from the O'Driscolls. Finding at least one dinosaur bone before speaking with Deborah will include a new dialogue.
Actually, I think I found some. Here.
Excellent. I will go and investigate.
And for those wondering what would happen if you found all the dinosaur bones before interacting with her, well, the cutscene will be the same as with finding only one bone. Every time you play a main mission, the dead body under the bridge disappears, but not the blood trail leading to it. As you'll see later, that's just one of many examples where the main missions are completely disconnected from the open world. As a final bonus, the time in some missions doesn't move forward until you reach a specific checkpoint, or finish it and go into free roam.
Of course, just a drink. No big drama.
Depending on the time you started this mission, Lenny will always wait for you like a good boy until the clock reaches 7 PM. That's when the time stops moving forward. I just now realized that it's impossible to get on your horse while holding a cup of coffee. What you're about to see makes me question whether Arthur and Lenny were already drunk before reaching the saloon.
Mountain. Are you alright, Arthur?
While Lenny is waiting for you, you can rob a store, get rid of the owner, and go drinking with peace of mind. Arthur is going to faint each time you leave the saloon. This room can be entered twice. Another example of how the missions are disconnected from the open world is when you get released from the jail by only paying $10, while in the meantime you have $300 bounty on your head. Like, what? You have the guy sitting in the cell right in front of you, why are you letting him go for only $10? Is it your first day as a lawman?
You wanna go hunting? I saw a huge bear.
The game will kindly spawn a new horse with a saddle on it if you manage to lose yours. Based on your mission order, Jose can comment on the bar fight or the quiet time that you had in the saloon.
All right, let's head into town. No bar fights, please. I heard about that.
I'll do my best.
All right, let's head into town. And maybe stay out of the saloon this time.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Jose will have a pretty funny reaction if Arthur bumps into something.
God damn it, Arthur.
I guess it's common knowledge, but I figured it's still worth mentioning that the stables are only going to be unlocked after this mission. Jose seems to be lying about the need to go to the general store because you can see him sitting on his horse and waiting for something or someone. Wonder where he actually went once we enter the stables. You can attack the stable worker, watch how he runs away, go inside the stables, and see him spawning out of nowhere in the cutscene holding no grudges against Arthur whatsoever. Jose's reaction will change depending on the horse you bought.
Interesting choice. How much did you pay for that thing?
Not that much.
Okay, well, with some good care, you should be able to make something of it. Not bad, Arthur. You happy?
I guess we'll see.
Looks like a nice animal you got there. You happy?
Guess we'll see.
Despite Hosea telling us that we shouldn't use a powerful weapon on a rabbit to not ruin the meat,
You don't want to use anything too powerful on a small animal like that. Just ruin the meat.
it ultimately doesn't matter at all what you use, since in the end he won't care anyways. 2 unique dialogues from Hosea can be heard if it takes Arthur too long to cook the rabbit.
Go on then. I thought you said you were famished. Arthur, you falling asleep on me there? Come on, eat something and then we can get some rest.
Hosea will walk in circles forever until you find the first clue of the bear. Then, once you found the bear's paw prints but refuse to track them, you can see an animation of Hosea getting out a cigar and smoking it. It's impossible to get to the last clue without first exploring all those that came before. The bear can't be neutralized no matter how many bullets you put into him. Alright, I'll admit, my intro was a bit of a clickbait because the bear only shows up in open world after completing this mission. But, let me just show you 2 examples on how the spawning of the bear is completely broken and makes no logical sense in my opinion. First, after the bear attacks you, you can see in which direction he runs off and you can follow him to try and finish the job. Yet the game doesn't allow you to do that by just removing the bear from the map. Like he was never there and this whole time Hosea and Arthur were hallucinating. This could have been easily solved by turning on a cutscene after you shot the bear so that we won't get control and try to pursue him on our own. Second and last, you have to examine a new clue about the bear to make him spawn again in the area, right after saying goodbye to Hosea. Now, I know how the legendary animals work. You have to find the clues first to make them spawn, which is good, because it will be kind of anticlimactic if you could just stumble upon them. However, we did all the tracking already just seconds ago in the mission, and we know where he is, so why do we have to track a new lead to make him appear again? It would make sense if you decide to return to Camp Hosea and pursue the bear another time, but we chose to stay, so why not let the bear be there for a while? Okay, I'm probably shitting too much, and I don't want to come across as too negative, because it's not that bad. I just thought that it's interesting.
I ain't no O'Driscoll.
The O'Driscoll hideout can be visited in free roam, and although the cabin will be locked, outside of it some throwing knives are going to be scattered around. The same ones that are first introduced in the mission that plays itself in this place. Oh, and you can find a few tomahawks. A long hidden dialogue will play if you remain silent.
Morgan! You didn't tell me what the O'Driscoll smelled like before you asked me to ride with him.
That's because you wasn't asked to ride with us. You was told.
I smell like a stall ain't been cleaned out in a month. I smell like that because you had me tied up there about as long.
You'd be smelling worse if we'd done what someone's arguing for.
Granted. I was in with a bad lot. I'm trying to make amends, if I can.
You don't know the half.
I do know Colm killed Dutch's sweetheart.
And that's the man you chose to ride with. A woman killer.
Well, it was after he killed his brother. And the way I understood it,
Making excuses for the man. And his crimes. What kind of trap you leading us into, boy?
I ain't. I'm trying to help, honest.
One thing goes wrong. One thing other than you smelling funny, you're the first O'Driscoll will shoot. And quit breathing on my neck.
Something really weird is gonna happen if you shoot while approaching the O'Driscoll camp.
If anyone's actually gonna shoot the messenger, it'd be that mean son of a bitch.
Yes, sir.
Come on, shake it off.
Two things are wrong here. First, obviously the messed up cutscene, and second, the fact that I was able to shoot once I got off my horse. Normally, the game turns off your ability to shoot before the cutscene starts, yet I somehow managed to break it by riding with my horse as close to the camp as I could and immediately started blasting. Even Kieran refused to get off the horse. O'Driscolls can be greeted or antagonized before being killed.
Now what the hell? Mister, excuse me.
The game doesn't consider those women to be innocent, and so your honor won't go down for taking them out.
You know, you're a lot less ugly from that other angle, Arthur.
Javier and Charles will run away if you blow up their cava. If you're lucky enough, they will head straight to Blackwater, where the lawman will already wait for them loaded and ready. Sooner or later, Arthur is going to equip the binoculars on his own if you take too long. While being in the cinematic mode, I accidentally fell down the cliff, which made this discreet tailing act very awkward.
Act natural. We'll be fine.
So, you've been gone for a while.
You can kill both guards on your own if you're fast enough, as well as watch Charles fight and beat the guard. Perhaps an all-known fact, but you can decide whether to shoot Sean's rope or cut it with your knife. As a final bonus, you can get drunk and pass out while celebrating Sean's return in the camp. The amount of alcohol Arthur consumed would already make 10 men collapse, but he's still going like a champ. And that were 80 new details that I found so far in the second chapter of Red Dead Redemption 2. I hope you liked it, and that I could at least surprise you once, because I definitely discovered something new for myself. Write in the comments what was the most fun or just interesting detail for you in chapter 2. I'm sure there wasn't all of them, but well, that's just what I've discovered so far. Honestly, it's hard to choose, but I would say my favorite detail is that you can prevent the stranger to lose his horses. That really surprised me, and I also find it pretty cool that you can fight the law in Blackwater next to Javier and Charles. I would love to continue making this kind of videos, but also with other games, so your support really matters here. Punch the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video around. It will truly mean a lot to me, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, I'll catch you later then.